Aquarius, hello. Welcome to Coffee Sage and Tarot and Happy New Year. Um, yeah, I love it. We made it. A new year. For this January check-in, we're going to take a look at the major themes for 2026 in terms of what major challenge or obstacle will kind of keep coming up for you or will be the challenge for the year, as well as how to overcome that, what you should be leaving behind as we enter 2026, and of course, anything that Spirit wants you to know as well. But first, we're going to go ahead and take a look at your overall energy here. Princess of Wands. Love that. Six of Wands here as well. And Princess of Cups. And then there you are. So yeah, I mean, you feel motivated here, inspired. Six of Wands. I see leadership as well. Yeah, taking charge. You're motivated. I love that. There's something around like a challenge or something that you want to, you're fired up for 2026. There's a challenge that it presents here for you, or there's a challenge in 2026 that you're excited for. And that's really exciting here. Leaving behind that Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, it does feel like we're moving into, and I mean, this does make sense for Year of the Horse as well. But you're the first one to really show me this, Aquarius, this idea of we're leaving behind slow movement. And with that wand energy showing up here, more quick paced. Show me the challenge. Show me the challenge, please, for Aquarius. Show me the challenge, please. I feel like it's a challenge just picking one. That makes sense for you. That tracks for sure. It's like, what's the challenge? Well, having to persevere and being exhausted all the time. How to overcome that? Well, mind over matter. Funny. What does Aquarius need to know? What does Aquarius need to know, please? You're like, nothing. I've got this. Okay. Okay, Page of Wands here. We're excited, we're fired up, we're ready to go, right? And also I am seeing this idea of ready to lead. And perhaps in a new way, right? From a new standing. I'm wondering if some of you are taking to social media or trying to kind of go into that area, right? Have more of a social media presence, or maybe become an influencer or something in your field. Interesting there. In terms of leaving behind, I already did speak on this Knight of Pentacles here, this idea of we're not stalling, we're not taking our time, we're doing, right? This feels like a year of doing for you, Aquarius. Challenge, obstacle, persevering, right? This idea of you're doing a lot, and with you kind of seeing so much and seeing the whole chessboard and all the different ways that things can go on and you can maneuver, that in itself is kind of mentally exhausting, but it feels like there's a lot of demands on your time. And so that is physically exhausting as well. How do we overcome this? Like I said, like you said, mind over matter, right? It's very true. It feels like, if we go a little bit deeper on that, some hard truths, right? Some sacrifice. It's going to be, is going to be popping up here. I feel that. And it feels like some difficult sacrifice, is what it's going to take. There's going to be that challenge, for you in 2026 here. I'm just taking a look at your shadow. Libra had this as well, this idea of expectation not meeting reality, and it feels like there's some sort of aspect of that, for you as well, Aquarius. This idea of we see something in our mind, but the reality of it doesn't live up to that. And so how do we rectify that, right? We're pushing, others, ourselves, expectations, scenarios, pushing, but why isn't it giving me the result that I had envisioned, right? That kind of idea here. I'm wondering if there's some struggles with that as well as we head into this year. What we need to know, that Fool energy, right? Keep it light, which makes sense, right? I find, Aquarius, obviously you know how to have fun, but it's important to keep it light. And I feel especially in those moments of this being so serious and this work that you're doing or this role that you're taking on, it makes sense that we have to keep it light. I don't feel like you necessarily have the benefit of time to get bogged down in even the details, here. So, yeah, it's interesting. Also as well, right, there's a conversation to be had between these two guys, right? The idea of that Four of Pentacles, that kind of guarded mindset, that we're going to keep everything that we have close to our vest here, right? So there's, he's covering his chakras, not letting anything in or out, whereas the Fool is open, right? He's free in a sense. He's open and willing to receive as well as give. And so there's a difference between the two energies, just even in general, right? So how do we keep ourselves open and light and connected to source, connected to spirit here, connected to what the universe wants to give us and what we are seeking from the universe, right? We can't do that when we're closed off. Let's go ahead and take a look at that Knight of Pentacles here for Aquarius. Okay, so with this Knight of Pentacles here, we have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, Eight of Wands, and that Queen of Pentacles, and we do have that Ten of Swords in the shadow. I'm wondering if it's this idea that, things aren't going according, that doesn't feel right. It's not that things aren't going according to plan. We can't get centered, or we can't get focused. We can't give our attention to what we really want to. Something about this Wheel of Fortune being in reverse here, it doesn't change how, it doesn't change anything, right? It doesn't, it's kind of like with the aces, it doesn't change that it's there. It's just how we interpret it. I'm wondering if there's a sense of like unexpected, unpredictable, something like that, distraction, something along those lines, where it's like this keeps happening, or there's, it's just, there's so much of that that it becomes the norm. And so we just have to remind ourselves, or stand in our truth, stand in our confidence here, right? This idea of trusting ourselves, knowing what we have, being in the moment, embracing what we have in the present moment, focusing on the home, right? Things of that nature here. Almost this idea of like, things are happening. Things are happening at a pace where you can't, almost maybe you can't find your footing, or feel, have that true sense of understanding or clarity that you normally do, Aquarius. But you can have that sense of security and normalcy in your home and within you, right? And so it's like we can't always, maybe you're heading into a place where you can't see every single decision, or every single option. And so you'll need to be a little bit quicker in how you make your judgment calls here. And that's kind of uncomfortable. Perhaps you feel a little bit off kilter, or feel like, you're not really sitting right. But you can take that solace from your home, and the life that you have created, the physical home that you have created for yourself, the people that are in that home, right? And this idea that, again, there's this end to this slower pace. The pace is picking up for you. And so we can't see every aspect. We can't see every side of the coin. We can't analyze it in the way that we normally could, but we have created and amassed enough experience, and we have created within our home environment a safe place, where we know the ins and outs of that place, and that is good. And we have enough of a foundation to be able to make these judgment calls without seeing all sides of the coin. Okay. Interesting. I was like, oh, I lost my cards. No, I didn't. They're right here. See, I lost my place. I lost my place, right? And that's kind of what it feels like here. I lost my place. Or it could be that there's so much happening that, it's forgetful as we head into this year, because of the amount of items that you have happening and things that you have on the go, and you can't give them the full weight of time that you would like. Interesting. Nine of Wands here in terms of the challenge. Thank you. Okay, so we have that Nine of Wands. which is clarified by the Two of Cups, the Ten of Wands, and the Page of Cups, along with the Six of Swords in the shadow. Yeah, so again, you're definitely focused here. Aware. Almost like you're heading into a place where you need to really trust yourself. And I'm wondering if it's because you're going to face criticism, you're going to face people that are really going to push your limit, if things are going to push your limit, if you're really going to be put to the test in a way that, not that people are going to doubt you, but just people are like you're more exposed than you have been normally. And so you're almost like debating, kind of. Like, I know it's not Five of Wands energy, but like debating a little bit, or just really getting a little bit more, like more exposed in a way that you're maybe not used to, Aquarius. Interesting. So Nine of Wands, like I said, we have clarified by the Two of Cups, the Ten of Wands, and the Page of Cups. So I'm wondering if there's a relationship, a partnership, or something that we'll be leaving behind in lieu of something new. Something different. That's interesting. It looks fun. I feel an excitement that's here. And it feels very, again, like the pace feels quick. Yeah, you're definitely leaving something behind. And moving forward from a more, it just feels more centered, more aligned to who you are, what you want to be, what you stand for here. Oh, my coin just dropped. Interesting. I'm wondering if it's going to require sacrifice of your coin, or what feels like that on the outset, Aquarius. This idea of taking a risk by a perceived risk of loss, but there is none with that King of Pentacles. Like the risk will pay off in some way here. Yeah, so again, like what we're leaving behind here, yes, there's fatigue, yes, there's we're persevering here, we're keep pushing, right? Staying disciplined. And again, yeah, just this aspect here of, I'm wondering if there's a situation or a dynamic that you're leaving behind as we enter 2026 for the betterment of you, right? Again, this idea of your energy no longer serves in this dynamic, and there's something else that presents way more of an opportunity here for you, and really just allows you to test yourself in a way. And yes, okay, you're more exposed in this new dynamic, and it could even be you're closing out a relationship and stepping, again, like I said, into your own here, and leading from that way, leading from a new direction where you're no longer perhaps for some of you reliant on this Two of Cups, right? Perhaps maybe some of you are starting to do your own thing, right? Could be that. Interesting, yeah. Yeah, and there'll be like naysayers, but it's not going to stop you. Oh, that's exciting. Yeah, okay. So how are we leaving this behind here? Like I said, that Queen of Swords is clarified by the Seven of Swords, the Magician, King of Swords here, and we have that King of Cups in the shadow, 10 of Cups, 6 of Cups. Yes. Yes. So just truly, yeah. So something more fulfilling here, something more of value, of an emotional connection here, of something that matters, something that you can feel, yeah, just feel more connection to, more aligned to. And that's where I see you going in 2026. So again, with that Seven of Swords, Magician, and King of Swords, you see that seven for what it is. You see almost it's nothing to you. It doesn't mean anything to you. Yeah, the naysayers are going to be there. It's expected, is what I hear you saying. Yeah, they're there and they have nothing to do with me. You see it for what it is. Again, Aquarius, you play chess, right? And you have the skill set to make the decisions quickly, even if it is outside of your comfort. It's you still have that skill set. You still have that ability to quickly discern and read a room, and see the different players, the different pieces, right, on that chessboard. And so it's almost this idea, yeah, I see it, but it has nothing to do with me. I'm doing what I need to do for the betterment and for my own being, right? My life here. I'm doing what I need to do for the betterment of myself. And again, there's this emotional component here. Right? And it could be becoming more emotionally invested in whatever is next, right? We're fired up for sure. Page of Cups showing up. What's exciting and why I feel this excitement about this new thing is that there's an emotional connection to it. There's a purpose there, which again feels like it speaks on how insignificant the haters are. They don't matter, right? You matter, what you want, how you're fulfilling your life, how you're enjoying your life. That's what matters. And that's what is taking priority here. So yes, it feels like life is happening quicker. And that just means you're making decisions faster and ignoring the fluff and the haters because they don't matter. Love. The Fool. Show me the Fool for Aquarius, please. That's too many. Show me the Fool energy for Aquarius for what they need to know for 2026. Yeah. So, the Fool, we have clarified by the King of Pentacles, Empress, and that High Priestess. So success and legacy here, right? The Empress and the High Priestess, just speaking on enjoyment, fulfillment, right? Again, that blending of, practical things and enjoyment of the home, enjoyment of what we have amassed, and strong emotional connection to them. High Priestess speaking on, right, using your intuition and leaning on that in order to make these decisions, right? You have that skill set. You have a great ability to read the room, and see things from a different perspective, or see all perspectives, right? So lean on that. Lean on that as you move through and navigate the pace of 2026. Yeah, we see here, right? Eight of Pentacles, that Six of Wands. Nine of Swords here, Three of Wands. Again, it's this idea of we're focused. There's a determination here. There's a readiness here. There's a level of accountability as well. And there's a knowing, right? You're knowingly moving in a direction where it is uncomfortable. It is different. It is a challenge, right? But there's so much potential for reward that is there as well. Yeah. And just because you're showing, or universe is saying, okay, that full energy, that lighthearted energy, that free energy, there's a strength there. There's a security with this Fool, right? There's a security that I've got it. I know what I'm doing, and I trust myself I trust my capability. I trust my judgment. I trust what I have. I trust what I know. I trust what I feel. And that energy, right? Moving through this. Yes, hard at work, building something, making something happen. But still able, it feels like, to lift your head up and see the bigger picture of what's happening here and how you're moving as you navigate 2026. Let's get some more information here for Aquarius. The Hanged Man. Yeah, so not surprised to see this, right? The Hanged Man, this idea of being exposed. That's really what I'm seeing. Doing something that maybe you last year wouldn't have never thought of doing, right? Taking the leap in some way, being ostracized in some way, and that paying off for you, that risk, right? Three of Pentacles. Yeah, starting something new. Starting something new. Nine of Wands, right? That idea, again, it takes a lot. It takes a lot to build. It takes a lot to, I think, just see as much as you see. Again, we've acknowledged that, right? And here, see, there's this barrier between him and the world. And with that, we have the Four of Cups. It's easy to disengage. It's easy to disconnect. It's easy to kind of get caught up in that chess game, in that mental chess game, right? Nine of Cups, but we want to enjoy. We want to enjoy the life we're living. We want to feel fulfilled. We want to feel a purpose. We want to feel valued, right? Have that connection and feel good in the life that we're making. And it feels like what you're moving away from and into is really motivated by that feeling. What's happening here? Let's get some more cards here, please, for Aquarius. Thank you. Temperance, balance, right? Harmony, taking the good with the bad. Judgment, making a decision and sticking to it for sure, even when it feels difficult, even when it feels challenging. Hierophant here. Yeah, you know, it could be... It could be that you're leaning on somebody, that you're somebody is mentoring you, or that time of mentorship has come to an end with that 10 of Pentacles, and now it's time for you to go out on your own. It really does feel like there is a component here of going out on your own and doing your own thing in a way that only leaders can do. Interesting here. Very interesting. Let's go ahead and see what else we can see for Aquarius, please. Gold. You don't need someone else to fix you. I don't think you're... I don't know. You could be seeking, something to fix yourself here. Princess, you can be your own knight. Yeah, you're doing it. You're doing your own thing. Library, take control of your own narrative. Yeah, perhaps, in whatever this partnership was here, you felt tied. You felt beholden to them. You felt limited, right? And so there's a freedom in 2026. There's a freedom that you're seeking in your being. And how do we feel that in whatever it is that you're trying to do? How do we feel that in the roles that we take in society, right? Keep that freedom, keep that free spirit. Mural, be your own first priority. Mirror, treat your body like the palace that it is. Yeah, and with all this that's happening, it feels like there will be some challenges in terms of how do we stay healthy, how do we stay mindful, how do we stay centered, right, and keep that physical component of us, keep our energy, keep our stamina as we're heading into the new year, right, as we head into this period of doing. Homeward, take yourself out on a date, right? Speaking on, again, that idea of being present, being mindful, being intentional, doing what we need to do for ourselves. Clover, release your guilt. Let's see, is there anything else? I let go of the past with ease. I trust the process of life. I affirm that I am now willing to release the need for any negative situations and conditions. Yeah. You want to go off and do your own thing. You want to be your own person. You want to make a life that you feel is worthy of living and you feel good in. And you're creating that life. I affirm only the good in life. I am in harmony with all that surrounds me. I am at peace. I support myself in making the right choices for me. I am incredibly capable whenever I encounter a challenge in my life. I use the experience to learn and grow. You really do. It just feels like you'll be doing that at a faster pace coming into the new year here. Yeah. Aquarius. Amazing energy here. Truly leveling up in an awesome and major way here, and just that freedom, that deep breath energy is really lovely to see, and I can't wait to see how this unfolds for you. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate you supporting the channel, and I look forward to continuing to read for you in 2026. You take care.